In our previous video, the 4 types of saving accounts, many of our viewers have given us feedback. So we thought we make it into a video and highlight some of the questions and confusions you may have. So if you want to learn more about how to manage your saving accounts, then stay tuned. My name is Ying and welcome back to the Financial Fitness channel. We help people with their personal finance and personal growth, so be sure to follow us by clicking the subscribe button down below so you won't miss out on our latest videos. In order to have successful savings, you must first create a system. When you have a system, you can then ensure your money is used more efficiently so that every month when money flows into your account, you will know how much exactly you save, and you will also be able to limit your spending on unnecessary items. So here are the 4 savings accounts that you should have and what are the rules to setting up each account. Number 1, emergencies saving account. We have mentioned this many times before. It is absolutely important for you to have an emergency fund. Even before the pandemic happened, an emergency fund is always like a lifesaver, especially when you have a financial crisis like losing your job or sudden medical emergency. An emergency saving is best to be saved somewhere that's not your spending account, because you wouldn't want to accidentally spend that money on something like an iPhone or a new TV. We usually recommend to have about 3 to 6 months of your expenses or income as your emergency fund. I personally prefer to use income. Ivy prefer using expenses. It's flexible. But if you are using expenses, you must be sure of your monthly expenses amount. You wouldn't want to end up having less, especially during an emergency. Some of our audience asked us before, can you have too much emergency savings? Just know that 3 to 6 months is just a guideline. If you feel you need more money for emergency, then yes, please go ahead and save more. But personally, I don't feel there is any downside to having too much emergency savings, because you can anytime utilize the extra funds for other saving goals. If I really have to pinpoint the downside of emergency savings, that would be not investing. Because generally, we put our emergency fund in saving accounts with low interest. So that may affect your potential return to achieve other savings goals faster. It is best that you put your emergency fund in high yield saving accounts or fixed deposit or low risk unit trust accounts. Try to avoid putting it at places like the stock market or property, where it is high risk or difficult to convert into cash. Number 2, retirement savings. Retirement savings is also something that everyone needs to include in financial planning, because your future retirement life would depend on how much you have committed yourself to save and invest now. I understand that for those who are in their 20s, you may feel that retirement seems like a long way to go, and you would most probably have time and also more income to save later. Well, let me share with you an example. Let's say you wish to have 1 million ringgit in your savings account for retirement. Suppose you start saving now for 35 years with a return of 3% per year. You will only need to set aside 1,350 ringgit monthly. But if you start 10 years later, you need to set aside around 2,250 ringgit to reach your goal, which is almost double of what you need to save 10 years ago. Most importantly, savings is a habit or a system that you develop over time. If you do not start building that routine or system now, even 10 years later, where your income has already doubled, you will still struggle to save. So where to save your retirement fund? We highly recommend building your retirement savings in accounts like EPF accounts or PRS, saving plans, or even real estates, especially when they have certain restrictions on withdrawal. For example, EPF and PRS only allow you to withdraw at 55 years old. Saving plans have a certain term to maturity, so these restrictions could prevent you from spending away your retirement savings. Number 3, short-term savings. Short-term savings are for goals that you like to achieve within 1 to 2 years, such as weddings, travel, or giving birth. Where you allocate this money is up to you. It can be in another bank account, or it can also be in unit trust or the stock market. But keep in mind how urgently you need this money. For example, if you desperately need this money for a surgery in 6 months' time, then please don't put it in the stock market because it is not a guaranteed investment. And when the time comes, you may have to withdraw at a loss. But if it is for non-life-threatening goal, you know what I mean. Basically, a not so important goal, for example, like traveling, then you can at least monitor and withdraw when the stock market is good. Number 4, long-term savings. These are for goals that you like to achieve in a longer period of time, like 10 years. For example, buying a house or starting your own business. We recommend putting it in a medium to high-risk investment accounts such as stock, high-yield bonds, small-cap funds, or equity mutual funds. If you are not familiar with investing, you may want to speak with a professional financial advisor so that they can recommend the right investment that fits your financial profile. Or you can DM us at our Instagram, the Financial Fitness Channel, if you like a personal consultation. When it comes to comparing interest rates for saving accounts, you can refer to some of the popular sites like imoney.com, Ringgit Plus, where they'll update any FD promo rates that the banks are offering right now. The average FD rates now are around 1.5 to 2%, which is pretty low compared to other investments like unit trusts, shares, and etc. However, it all depends on the amount of risk you are able to tolerate. There is no wrong or right in this, so don't let peer pressure affect you. Your friends may be earning 20 to 30% from stock market investments, but they may lose 20 to 30% from stock markets as well. Thank you all for watching. If you liked the video, remember to give us a big thumbs up. And if you'd like to be more financially fit, then click the subscribe button down below. And we'll see you next time. Bye!